Alright guys, welcome to my new video of unboxing the OnePlus Nord. Finally we have the OnePlus Nord. They've come up with their new flagship mid-segment phone powered supports 5G. Right, I bought this from Flipkart. What we have here is something that I ordered about a couple of days back. It got delivered um, 2 days back, but I'm just doing the unpacking today, being the day when my wife gets to see it. It's ordered for her, so yeah. Here's a bill and stuff, and I'm gonna keep this aside and let's see what we have here. So there's a nice black little cover with the OnePlus branding on the side. It is a seal pack. The version that we have here is the 256 GB variant, 12 GB RAM, the black color one. It comes in two colors, and one of it being the blue one, and this the black version. So let's quickly unpack this and see what's in it. This is priced, for your information, at 29,999. There are two other variants, which is 6 GB 64 GB storage, and then there's 8 GB 128 GB storage, priced slightly differently. We'll talk about that again a little later. Let me just go ahead and unpack this. Please remember, do not accept any phones or any other electronic items if it is not sealed and you don't see this kind of a seal packing. Please remember, these are important aspects that you need to take care of. Okay, now I'll just keeping the scissors aside. Let's see. Wow. So as soon as you open it up, and this is what the phone looks like. It says this way Nord. We'll look at this a little later. I'm gonna keep this aside. What's behind? This looked like a case to me initially, but it's just a cover. Now let's see. We have one section here, and here is the charger and the power cable. We'll come to that again. Now let's see what's in this case. So yeah, first thing when opening this up is a welcome letter by Nord, congratulating you on buying one of their, mid-segment premium phones. And let's take a look. Now there's a case. They're giving a pretty decent case, and silicone case. We look at that later as well. Now this section, let's open this up and see what does it have. Standard SIM ejector with the OnePlus Nord stickers. Interesting stickers. Obviously we never use this. The quick start guide, safety information, and a lot more. Wow, there's a red cable club card. I wasn't aware of this. And here's a lot of more information which I'm sure that you can look at when you buy the phone. Obviously we're not going to look at this. Alright, now this is what your card looks like. Now I'm yet to understand what are the benefits of this card. It's a membership card. Let's look at that later sometime. It says it all started with the first red cable. It powered anything that was connected and bound, a group of dreamers, blah blah blah. Come, we'll look at that later. Now what do we have here? Nowadays every phone is coming up with extremely fast chargers, and what do we have here? Let's keep this cable aside and oops, no, this is a little difficult to get out of here. Yeah. Oops, again. So much struggle to get out of charger. Guys, you need to create some space there. Okay, now there's a 30 watt output OnePlus VOG 30T charger, and what it means is it powers up your phone from 0 to 70% in barely 30 minutes. And we have the red USB A to C cable here. Again, one of the standard flagship cables that OnePlus usually provides, and nicely wrapped and packed. We'll look at all of this later. Now let's come to the phone, and I'm going to open this up. Okay. Oops, it's about to pop it. Oh wow, this is a nice metallic black one. It has a nice OnePlus branding logo, and here is the branding below. We'll talk about the camera and things a little later. I'm just booting this up for the first time, so obviously it may take some time to kind of power up. But in the meanwhile, let's talk a little more about the physical features and dimensions of this phone. Right, so right side has the power lock and unlock button that you've already seen, and a little above that is the OnePlus alert slider. Now this is a very useful thing that you can use while sliding up and down on the information that you need to, that's there on your screen. I'm going to press the start button and agree, and let's look at all of this later. In the meanwhile, like I said, let's still look at what do we have on the phone. Now what's on top is the secondary micro phone on top. The left side has the volume rocker buttons, and has the volume rocker and the volume controls. Now below is on this side you have a dual SIM ejector option, and then you have the the microphone USB port and the speaker grill. Right, now behind is a nicely curved style Corona Glass 5 protection with the quad camera setup. Now let's talk a little more about the camera. Now this is primarily powered by a 48 megapixel Sony IMX586X sensor, f 1.7 aperture primary camera, which helps you shoot great pictures, and it's OIS equipped. And in addition to that, you have an 8 megapixel ultra wide for ultra wide pictures. Then you have a 2 megapixel for micro shots, and finally a 5 megapixel for depth pictures that you want to click. And here's a dual LED flash which helps you capture these pictures in low light in case you're shooting them at a later point in time in the night. Now, like I said, here is the OnePlus logo and below is branding. Now let's talk about the phone screen over here. Okay, and set up offline, we'll do that a little later. Now it comes with a 6.44 full HD plus fluid AMOLED display with the 90 hertz refresh rate. Right, now when you talk, obviously with this refresh rate, definitely it adds on to the screen quality and the speed at which the phone operates. So we'll explore that once we boot up the phone a little later, maybe in the next video. And the glass in the front is protected by, again, a Gorilla Glass 5 protection. You have an in-display smart fingerprint scanner, and there's a face unlock option as well. There's dual camera over here that you can see, and it comes with a whooping 32 megapixel primary camera for the primary pictures and 8 megapixel for ultra wide selfies. Right, now talk about what does the phone have in the machine. It's basically has the latest Android 10 powered by a Snapdragon 765G core octa-core 5G processor, and like I said, it comes in three variants. The 6GB 64GB priced at 24,999, 8GB 128GB priced at 27,999, and finally this version, the 12GB 256GB priced at 29,999. Now the interesting thing about this is this phone in India is priced cheaper than the European market by about 10 or 12 grams. So there's something that I'm proud to own. Let's look at the next video. In terms of setting up, after I've set up this phone, I'll share the pictures, etc. with you. Do feel free to like, share, subscribe if you like this video. Thank you.